Then I take over.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, I will
Ma'am,
welcome
ma'am,
all
you
the
are-
students.
Yeah, you do the welcoming. Yeah.
Is Director ma'am there?
Mm, no.
Okay, let ma'am join.
She's
Then we
not
will
there.
start.
She's not there.
How many participants?
Around 55.
Including us.
67, yeah, including us.
We can start.
Ma'am is there?
We're
past
live on
12:15.
Facebook and YouTube now.
It's past 12:15. I think we should start.
Yeah, we are live on Facebook and YouTube now, so we should start.
We should start, I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Bishi sir, we ready?
Yes, please.
Can we start, sir?
Yes. Yes, we start.
Okay, very good afternoon, the students. We welcome all of you to International Day Against Drug Abuse. It is observed to spread awareness about the extreme culture and economic harm that the trade is still doing across the globe. So it is necessary to strengthen global action and cooperation to achieve the goal of an international society of drug abuse. So before starting the competition, let's hear some few words from Mr. Tarun Nandi, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dabishi. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Good afternoon, Guwahati. And good afternoon, dear students. Hope you're doing safe and fine. Okay. Now, say no to drugs is an universal slogan. However, ironically, it is the hottest selling item on our planet. Its market value would surpass some hundreds of billions of dollars as of date. There's not a single country that is not plagued with drugs. Even the children are not spared, turning them into drugs peddlers. What is the hobbies of rich and famous? The children are always dragged in. It kills you slowly and more heinously than the horrors of the gas chambers. Long-term effects can include heart attacks, mental illness, hepatitis, HIV/AIDS, and so on. Drug addiction is a brain disorder. The most commonly used, illegal drugs are marijuana, heroin, cocaine, and amphetamines, and I'm sure there must be others. The WHO and worldwide health organizations are spreading its awareness. It has to start from school. Educate the adolescents about illicit drug use, its effects, and how lethal and devastating it is. So please do not walk into it. Lead a safe, healthy, and a happy life. Say no to drugs. Thank you, and enjoy what's coming up.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we are going to start with the competition. Over to you, Bishwajit, sir.
Good morning, students. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Very good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, guys. Very good afternoon. We will start with the students' name participation list from Kolkata, semester 4. Understood, students?
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll start with Ornik Debnath, followed by Diptorag Dattagupta, Ellen Smith, Somi Sikdar, Srishti Guo, and Suchismita Sarkar. So one by one, I repeat the name: Ornik Debnath, Diptorag Dattagupta, Ellen Smith, Somish Sikdar, Srishti Guo, and Suchismita Sarkar. I request Ornik Debnath.
We have a Purnima Sen also, Vishwajit sir.
Purnima Sen, okay.
Yes,
The
Diptarag
Purnima Sen as
Srishti
well.
are not there. Diptarag and Srishti and Iling are not there, and Purnima is there.
Sir, one thing to say. So sorry to interrupt,
Yes,
but
please.
Shubhradeep is also there.
Yes, Shubhradeep.
Shubhradeep.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, no issues, no issues.
No,
You can write, you can jot down the name. So, Onik, you may start. All yours.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, myself is Onik Devnath, second year student of Institute of Advanced Management, Kolkata. And today I'm going to speak about my poster, which is International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Well, as we all know, these days celebrated every year on 26th of June to spread awareness of illicit trafficking of drugs, which is the major problem of current time. According to UN, more than 300 million people used drugs worldwide in 2019 scenario. The decision to mark International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking was taken on 7 December 1987 via resolution of 42 by 112 Act of the United Nations General Assembly. The key objective of this assembly was to strengthen the global action of the corporation in making international society free of drug and abuse. So here the main question arises: how to make the drug free society? By simply not by simply not consuming drugs or boycotting drugs won't happen. We need to stop the illegal drug trafficking which is going around the worldwide, and sometimes these are so clearly covered that they are not being traced or caught on immigration, as the drugs are kept inside the human body. We can only stop this thing by making people realize that drug addict is not a good thing. Although it gives pleasure, but it also harms our body too, resulting death. As a result, a drug addict can forget the spelling of the name of the drug, which is written in my poster also. So, life is precious and only one. Use it wisely.
Anik,
Don't waste.
why don't you put up the poster a little bit so that we can
Yes,
see
yes.
it properly?
Okay, sir.
Little bit up,
Yeah, that's fine now.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Anik, you can speak now.
Sir, I've finished.
Okay, can we have a look at your poster then?
Very nice.
Saying of poster. Anik, speak a few words. I put you on speaker view so you'll be able to see you properly then.
Okay. So, should I speak from start?
No, not from the start. Just put up the poster. We need
Can
to
we see the
a
poster,
little bit.
Anik?
Yes,
Yeah, that is it.
So that's great. That's great.
Well done. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
All participants, when you speak, you should have your poster in front of the camera so that we can see the poster, and at the same time you can speak. So if you people are on speaker view, we will be able to see your poster clearly.
Right.
Okay, Anik, thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
I hope the judge from Guwahati can see it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Soma is there. Miss Soma is there. Are you there, ma'am? I hope she is not there. Anyways, thank you, Miss.
Sushant sir is there?
I don't think so.
Sushant
Okay.
sir?
Thank you, Anik.
Okay.
No, he is not there.
He's not there.
Thank you, Anik. Next, we move on to Diptorag Dattagupta.
He is not there. He's not there.
He's not there. Ellen is there. Miss Smith.
No, she's not there.
Shomi Sikdar is there.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Shomi, good afternoon. All yours.
Good afternoon, sir. So can I just turn my camera so that I can show the poster?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, we can see the poster now.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Swami Sikda, a second year student of Institute of Advanced Management Kolkata campus. Today, my topic is drug abuse or drug addiction. So as we all know that drug abuse or drug addiction has become a severe issue around the whole world. And our parents, teachers, family members are also very much worried, always worried that about the consequences, devastating consequences of the drug abuse. And consuming illegal drugs has an harmful effect on us both mentally and physically. And despite of knowing this fact, some people injects it or smokes it. This illegal consumption, can lead to drug dependence. Drug dependence can be harmful also.
Shami, can you tell us about the relevance? We can see a picture of a lady in the middle. So can you tell us what is it all about? What relevance does it have to the thing that you're just spoken about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, as you can see, I have drawn a girl. In the left side, the girl seems to be happy because she is not taking drugs. So she's living happily with with her family. And in the next side, you can see the girl is crying. The girl is depressed as because she's taking drugs. So this shows that drugs takes our life, drugs destroys our life. So we shouldn't take drugs, and we should. I would like to request everyone that we should share our problems with everyone, so that uh, our problems can be solved in some other ways, in spite of using drugs which can be harmful for us. So we should say abstinence and help our nation to grow safely and healthy. Thank you, sir.
Judges, if you want to ask any questions.
So far, I don't.
Okay, Shami, thank you so much. Vishal sir, who's the next one then?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swami.
Thank you, sir.
Srishti Guha is the next participant.
She's
Srishti,
not
can you hear?
there. We can move on to Shubhradeep or Purnima or Suchishmita. Anyone.
Okay, we move on to Suchishmita. We move on to Suchishmita. Suchishmita, are you there?
Yes, sir. So good
Yeah,
afternoon,
good afternoon.
sir.
Very good afternoon. All
Sir,
yours, Purnima.
yes, sir.
Suchishmita.
Yes, sir. So my poster is a little big to fit on one screen. So this is one part of the poster, and
Okay.
if you go sidewise, then this is another part of the poster. So like this.
Okay, fine. You can talk about it.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Suchishmita Sarkar, and I'm a second-year student of Institute of Advanced Management, Kolkata. So today I'm going to speak about International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. On 7 December 1987, the UN General Assembly, following the 42 by 112 resolution, declared June 26 to be known as the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. It is also known as the World Drug Day, as it is responsible for expressing the determination to strengthen action to achieve the goal of an international society which is free of drug abuse. The UNODC, or the United Nations Office of Drug and Crime, encourages every year individuals, non-profit organizations, private sectors, and member states to do more about drug abuse and illicit trafficking. On this day, the UN General Assembly has said to people to be more compassionate and be solidarity to tackle the menace that has destroyed the lives of millions of people all across the globe, including the youngster. The theme for this year's Anti-Drug Abuse Day is better knowledge for better care. Unless people understand the situation and how, the magnitude of the problem and how it hits the health, both physically and mentally, of people, we cannot counter the drug abuse. Around 35.6 million people all across the globe are victims of drug abuse, stated by the World Drug Report 2020 by UNODC. The World Drug Report is actually responsible for providing a global overview of the supply and demands of opiates, cannabis, cocaine, amphetamine, and new psychoactive substances (NPS), and the impact they have on our health. 1 out of every 8 drug abuse victims are actually able to get the treatment and rehabilitation that they need. In the last decade, the number of deaths has increased to 71% due to drug abuse and related disorders. So, drug education is something, it is a planned provision of information, resources, skills, which is related to living in a world where um, where psychoactive substances are widely used for both medical and non-medical purposes. So it is very important, and the implementation of drug education is what will help us in actual sense to achieve the goal of better knowledge for better care. With that, I would like to end. Thank you.
Sushmita, would you like to describe a bit of your poster that you have done? What are you trying to say on
My
that?
poster is like I have done kind of a collage of a lot of things that are important when we talk about this topic. So the first thing that I have begun with is better knowledge for better care, which is the theme for this year. And then as we begin, have done the say no to drugs thing, where there is the face of a man who is being he's being affected from inside. He's being black, and the red is the outer surface, which is being infected by the drugs and everything. As we go sidewise, on top there is a hand where a person is injecting drugs in this, and it is written that life does not rewind. Say no to drugs. As we go down, I have given the banner of the International Drug Day against the International Day against drug abuse and trafficking. And then at the bottom, there is the hand of a fist, which is breaking a injection that can be injected of drug. And at the end, there is a cautionary sign. And in the cautionary sign, it is written that do drugs control your life, your community. No place for drugs. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Kankana, anything from your end? Kankana ma'am?
No, sir. This was very nice, Sushmita.
Thank you, Sushmita. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We move on to the next participant, Miss Purnima.
Good afternoon, sir. Firstly, I would like to show my poster. I need to. So it is my poster. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Purnima Sen, a second-year student of IAM Kolkata. Today, our college is celebrating International Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, which is celebrated on 26 June throughout the world since 1989 by the UN General Assembly. This day is also called World Drug Day, to bring the sense of responsibility among the people across the world, especially among the youngsters and teenagers, to stay away from the drug menace. Events are organized throughout the world in schools, colleges, workplaces, in public spaces to make people aware of the whole issue. It hurts one physically by various lungs problems, different kinds of cancers, HIV, AIDS, hepatitis B, even for using once can result in fatal overdose, brain damage, or infect someone with disease that will stay forever. It also affects one's job. Illegal drugs can have also severe problems because of lack of sleep, which will stop a person to perform his duties. In the long run, the addiction will lead to stealing things, absence, and some abstract behavior, which will lead to lose of job. It also hurts mental health, such as depression, anxiety, delusion, illusion, hallucinations. If a person having some mental problem for using drugs, it will be worse. For before it will be worse, And there are lots of cases that the person using it cannot go to the previous condition after discontinue the use of drug. Dealing with finance, keeping a job, and a mental health problem that can ultimately land a person into jail. This path also leads one person into criminal activities. We as a community should stay away from the drug dealers and other criminal behavior that threatens the safety and security of the society. Developing the addiction to the drug isn't it a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It takes more than it will power to overcome the problem. Abusing illegal or certain prescription drug can create changes in the beginning, causing powerful craving and compulsion. It is like an impossible goal, but overcome is never out of reach, no matter how hopeless the situation is. This day is celebrated to make people aware about the drug use and illegal drug trade. It's like two sides of the same coin, which highlights justice and health when it comes to address the drug problem. Thank you.
Rima, could you explain the poster to us a little bit? Like if we have drawn a picture, put it out before it puts you out.
So it's like we should put out the cigar or different types of drugs before it's put out us from this world. We should put out it. We should not have it, or else once it will come that for that reason we have to go out of this world. Like I have made it. There is a. I have made this thing as a drug, and this is a. This cigar will be a man, and this man will be a drug. Because he's taking. Yes, sir.
The cigar that you have mentioned, what he's got cocaine inside it, or it's a cigar?
No, sir, it's a cocaine. Because it's fully white in color. That's why it's fully white.
I could make out, but it's got red and green. Anyway, thank you.
I have made it a human being. It's a human being.
Okay, now I got it. Okay.
Ms. Kankana, anything? Any questions from your end, ma'am?
No, sir, I'm clear. Thank you, Purnima.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, we move to the next participant, Shubhradip Kaur. Shubhradip, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Shubhradip. All yours.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Subhadeep Kaur, second year students of IAM Kolkata. Today, IAM Institute of Advanced Management Kolkata is celebrating the International Day Against Drug Abuse and the Illicit Trafficking. So now I want to share my post which I made. This is my poster. The International Day Against Drug Abuse and the Illicit Trafficking, and it is a United Nation International Day Against Drug Abuse and the Illegal Drug Trade. It is observed annually on 26 June since 1989. The UN every year reaches out to people, not profit organization, and countries to do more against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. On December 7, 1987, the United Nations General Assembly decided to observe June 26 as the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking to strengthen action taken to free the society of the evil of drug abuse. On International Day Against Drug Abuse and that Illicit Trafficking this year, 26 June Friday, the United Nations in its message said people globally need to have more solidarity and compassion to tackle the menace that destroyed lives of millions including youngsters. The theme for this year's Anti-Drug Abuse Day is Better Knowledge for Better Care. Unless people understand the magnitude of the problem and how it hits health, physical and mental. The world cannot counter drug abuse, the UN said. Around 35.6 million people across the world are victims of drug abuses, according to the World Drug Report 2020, published by the UN Office on Drug and Crime. Young adults and teenagers account for the largest share of those using drugs, and most of them suffer from HIV, hepatitis C, and other related diseases. According to my posters, I would like to say those who who use drugs must be understood that taking drugs can affect not just your physical and mental health, but your whole life. Can kill. We know that drug addicts' life is completely different. While where the color is not colorful like normal people, their color is black and white. Is where the devil lives. Yes, when a person takes drugs, he does not stay in himself. Then he does not understand what is wrong and right. And then he chooses the role of devil from ordinary people. In the time, they can do anything with their parents, family, and society, and everyone. We have to convince them that this is not the right way to survive. I must say that if we do this, one day the world will change. We will see a transparent world without drugs, and the people will not have to be aware. So that's why, and it's my poster where I draw it, and it's a I divide it into two parts. It is a part of the normal people, normal society where you say to these people who is in a drug addicted that save me no drugs, and it is a part of who take the drugs. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubhroji.
Thank you, sir.
Arun sir, your questions, please.
I couldn't understand his poster. If Subhadi, if you can explain a bit of your poster, if you can show us and explain a little what is the message you tried to convey. Subhadi, can you hear us? Yeah, can you just explain now what exactly is the message you're trying to convey?
Shubhrodeep, are you there with us? Shubhrodeep?
Shubhradeep, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Shubhradeep. I hope he is trying to say, but he is on mute.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Yes. Sir, nothing. But I want to give a message. Who take the drugs? Say no to drugs. That in this part, where I say say no to drugs. Those people who take the drugs. That's all my posters.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
I think we should brief all the participants once. See, participants, we already know that we are speaking about the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. So we more or less, all of us know what is it all about. But the main thing, because you people are being allotted only a couple of minutes, you people should focus on the material of your poster, what you have made and what message you want to convey from that message.
Absolutely.
Right, Tarun sir?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we can move forward.
Anybody, any more participants from semester 4 from Kolkata?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we move on to semester 4 of Guwahati. I call out the name of semester 4 from Guwahati. Anaida, Viswajit, Demaka, Dorzi, Lisa, Muskan, and Nitesh. I repeat the name of the students: Anaida, Viswajit, Vimaka, Dorji, Lisha, Muskan, and Nitesh. So we'll start with Anaida. Is Anaida there? Anaida,
Yes, sir.
yeah, please carry on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. Good afternoon to all respective teachers, my dear friends, and my dear friends. My name is Anaida Seshmarak, and I am a second year student of Guwahati IAM. I have made this poster, just a simple one. It's a little bit big. So can you see?
You can hold it straight. We can see it. You just hold it straight.
Okay.
Yes, we can see it now. Keep calm, stop using drugs. That's what you've written.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
As
Yes,
we
we
all
could
know,
see it.
as we all know today that we are celebrating International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. I would like to go into this year's theme, that is better knowledge for better care. So what does that mean? Better knowledge for better care highlights the need in improving the understanding, the understanding the issues and how the better knowledge will help further in countering its controlling its health, governance, and security. Almost 300 million of people use drugs worldwide, which is 30% more than in 2009, according to the World Drug latest report. And the person who uses drugs faces several disorders in the body, which not only affects his life but also his family, his friends, and society as well. UNODC, that is United Nations Office on Drug and Abuse, inspire individuals, mostly the teenagers, to mark or to come out and give a hand or involve in its campaign to mark this day, that is International Drug Abuse. And I would like to point out some UNODC job which has helped society this year. On June 24, 2020, UNODC have helped in human trafficking in Malawi, and on the same month, on 17th of June, it has also helped in promoting a more human criminal justification, and it has also launched prisoner classification guide. It is if we do not try to lessen this illicit drugs, demand for illicit drugs, we cannot tackle the problem. That is, we can never tackle this drug abuse. So if many different organizations and people from all around the world have come in support, their main concept is to promote or is to protect the youth and to promote health, to promote welfare to the humankind or society. With this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you all.
Anaida, can you show me the poster once?
Yes, ma'am. It says, keep calm, stop doing drugs.
Okay.
Stop using drugs.
So in the bottom, what's that in the corner? You have drawn a cross mark, right? Yeah. Can you explain it?
It's a cigar. It's a danger sign.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Anaida.
Thank you, ma'am.
And see the post.
Yes, sir.
Anaida, can you show us the poster?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I just want to ask you one thing. How do you remember all the dates and months? You've been quoting a lot of dates and months. How do you remember all those?
Yes, sir. I have referred to the internet about this UNODC, so I have pointed out from there.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
I
you,
was,
sir.
I was pretty amazed that you remember so many dates and months and years.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
We move on to the next participant. Viswajit. Is he there? Viswajit? Viswajit from Guwahati, semester 4. I hope he's not there.
He's
So we move.
We can move on to the next participant in that
We
case.
move on to the next participant, Demaika. Demaika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Good afternoon, Demaika.
Good afternoon, sir. A very good
Please go
afternoon,
ahead.
everyone. Pardon, sir?
Please go ahead. All yours.
Yes, sir.
The platform is yours.
A very good afternoon, everyone present there. My name is Demaka Karnoy, second year students from IAM Guwahati. So I want to show you my poster. It's a message which says, easy to get in, impossible to get out. Don't hug the drugs, it suck your blood and make you a dud. Drugs addiction, endless affliction. Sorry. So as we know that every year on the 26th of June, it is celebrated as the International Day Against Drug Addictions and Illicit Trafficking. So the theme for 2020 is Better Knowledge for Better Care. So better knowledge for better care, like as the world is going improving, technology is coming up, we know better knowledge and better care for more medicines to gain against the drugs. So this emphasized the need to improve the understanding of the world drugs problems and better knowledge to know the better care, countering its impact on health and the security. Drugs abuse not only include the consumptions of drugs such as cocaine, heroin, hallucinations, but also the sleeping pills and the painkillers. The International Drugs Day Against Drugs Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is used to stimulate the sense of responsibility among people around the world, especially the youngest and the teenagers. Events are organized in school, colleges, and workplace to make people aware of the whole issue and the danger of drugs and their users. So, in my message, the poster, the message which says, easy to get in, impossible to get out. This says that it's very easy to get into drugs and it's very hard to get out of that. So, as youngers and teenagers, we should ensure that this should not be done and we should make awareness all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Demaka. Tarun sir, do you have anything to ask her?
No, I don't have. Thank you.
Thank you, Demaka.
Bishal sir, we can move on to the next participant. Our next participant is Dorji from IAM Guwahati. Dorji, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm there.
Yes, Dorji, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Darji Lam, a second year student of IAM Guwahati campus. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So here today we are celebrating International Day of Against Drug Abuse. So here today I'm going to talk about some few lines on against drug abuse. Here poster that is at. As we all are know, a drug is not good for our health. Most of drug abuse people from all walks of life can experience problems of their drug use, regardless of age, race, background, or the reason they started using drug of the same place.
Tarun sir, can you hear her?
No,
Tarun
I
sir?
can't. Suddenly it has
No,
gone
I'm
off.
unable.
Dorzi, you have put on, we cannot hear you. If you can please speak from before.
I think you'll have to start from the beginning, Doji.
Yes, sir, now you can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, please, yes, please. Dorzi, sorry for the interruption. Please speak from
It's okay.
before.
Sorry, that's what. Okay, sorry. That. So here, hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
please, go
Doji.
ahead. Go ahead. Dorzi, go ahead. Unmute yourself, Dorji. Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, sir. So today I'm here to talk about against drug abuse. As we all are know, the drug is not good for our health. Most of drug abuse people from all walks of life can experience problems of their life, of their drug use, regardless of age, race, background, or the other reason they using started drugs. It is not good for our health.
The audio is going off. Doji, we can't hear you.
I think this problem with the internet connection.
Should be.
She was trying to say something, but due to
I
internet
know.
problem, we missed out. Okay, anyways, we will be back with Dorzi in case the internet supports her. We move on to Lisa. Lisa, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please, go ahead. Lisa,
Thank you
please
so
go ahead.
much. Yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. This isn't going to take very long. A very good afternoon, one and all present here, respected teachers, seniors, and all my dear friends. Today, I, Lisha, student of second year IAM Guwahati, here to put some light on a very leftover topic which have been a root of damage to our country. Today is the day to voice against drug abuse and its illicit trafficking. In the present scenario, awareness is the need of the hours. We can come out of present COVID-19 pandemic one day, but it is very difficult to come out of drug addiction. The effects of drug addiction is frattering. It leads to evil thoughts and the resultant bad habits have ruined the lives of many people. Evil deeds such as committing heinous crimes and child abuse are some of the effects of drug addiction.
Hence, let us all take the pledge of abstain from the use of drugs and save the younger generation from the clutches of the drug menace. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Lisha, show the poster nicely. Hold it upwards. Okay. So what have you drawn? Can you explain it?
Lisa, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Lisa. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, visible.
Yes, yes.
So I have drawn here some capsules which many teenagers used to take nowadays, and this is like I'm I'm showing that like we should not take drugs because because it affects our human life. So that's also.
Thank you, Lisha.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you,
We
sir.
move on to the next participant. Miss Muskan. Miss Muskan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Muskan.
Good afternoon, sir.
All yours, Muskan. Please go ahead.
Sir, here is my poster. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muskan Sharma of IAM Guwahati, second year. And as our college is celebrating Drug Abuse Day, so I would like to say a few points on it. International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. It is also known as World Drug Day. According to UN, around 269 million people used drugs worldwide in 2019, which is 30% more than in 2009. Over 35 million people suffer from drug abuse disorder. The goal of the day is to strengthen global action and cooperation towards creating a society that is free from drug abuse and unlawful drug trade. The day is used to highlight the dangers of drug abuse and bring awareness to the people on how to deal with it. There have been many public rallies to promote awareness about the dangers of illicit drug abuse, with governments and organizations taking part and lead in such events. Drug abuse does not necessarily mean using drugs such as cocaine, cannabis, LSD, etc., but also encompasses prescription medications such as painkillers, sleeping pills, tranquilizers, and many more. There is a growing concern over the rising number of drug abusers all over the world, which is in turn leading to the loss of life and mankind. It is a growing nuisance in many societies and schools and college-going kids who have become addicted to drugs and now have no regards for life and would kill each other to get their fix. So it is necessary for us to say no to drugs. If we do not reduce illicit drugs, we can never fully tackle cultivation, production, or trafficking. To tackle the problem that illicit drug is supported by communities, different organizations, and people from all over the world. The main principle of that is to protect the youth and promote welfare to humankind. In 2020, the theme is better knowledge for better care. The theme focuses on the need to improve for knowledge and understanding about the world earth problem and how better knowledge will help in increasing international cooperation for counteract and impact on health, governance, and security. Therefore, we can say that International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is celebrated
to spread awareness about the drug abuse and its side effect that not only affects the health but as a whole society, family, etc. So in the conclusion, I would like to say that drug abuse also affects the whole family and society as a whole. The harmful use of alcohol can have serious social and economic consequences for individuals, family, and society as a whole. Drug overdose may even cause death. Drug use adversely cause death and to its entire family, particularly women and children, extremely vulnerable. The family faces stigma, isolation, and constriction of resources. It is necessary to encourage individual and family to seek early assistance for problems related to drug abuse. On this day, let us join hands together to help people suffering from alcoholism and drug addiction. Say no to drugs. Thank you.
Thank you, Muskan. Thank you. That was awesome. Good explanation. Thank you, Muskan. Tarun sir, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Muskan, well spoken about it. Appreciate that. There's one line
Thank
in
you,
that
sir.
poster of your Muskan. I just have a small little question for you. In the end, you have given a punchline: "Bury them." Bury them, or what? They will bury you. This word "them" I couldn't understand. Bury them who? Bury whom?
So bury the drugs you are
Yeah.
taking, or else you will be there in the coffin one day if you don't quit drugs.
Okay. Okay, I got you. ठीक है, Muskan. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Ms. Kankana, any questions from your end?
No, sir, no. I'm clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Muskan.
Thank you, sir.
Nitesh.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
I hope Nitesh is not there.
Sir, I'm there, sir. Hello.
Nitesh.
Good afternoon, sir.
Go ahead. Good afternoon.
Sir, my name is Nitish Ranjidas. I am a student of IAM Guwahati, and today we are celebrating World Drugs Against Abuse. So let's start. drugs are a waste of time. They destroy your memory and your self-respect and everything that goes along with yourself. And people start taking drugs because they frustrate from their life. So they take drugs for some people take drugs from enjoyment, and some people take drugs for frustration. So first, if you're frustrated from your life, so you can talk with your parents, or else you can talk with your friends. But taking a drugs is not a reason for make yourself satisfied. So hello.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So I make a small picture because we are facing lockdown in Guwahati, so I don't have chart paper. So I make a picture in A4 size paper. So there I draw an injection and some picture of leaves. So with leaves, so don't take injection and don't destroy your parents' life and everything. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Tarun sir, any questions from your end? Tarun sir, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Okay. No, I don't have to, sir.
Ms. Kankana, you have any questions?
No, sir, no.
Okay, thank you. Any more participants? I missed out from Guwahati of semester 4. Any participants I missed out? I hope we are done with semester 4 of Guwahati. We move on to semester 5 from Kolkata.
Semester 5, Vishwajit sir, I must say, all the students of semester 4 from Guwahati and Kolkata, they have given us very nice information, much of it which we also did not know. And it's very nice to see all of them coming up with new points, and the postcards have also been very informative, and with the limited resources they had, like I saw People have made posters in small papers. They've used a black background with black and white article, and then there are some poster which had 3 phases. It was very informative. So I'm sure with semester 5 students coming up, it's going to get better,
Yeah, I like the energy level also, the involvement. The
And they had
involvement
just
is.
2 days to go about it. They just had 2 days to do the entire thing.
Right.
Right. Okay, we can move on to semester 5 students now.
We move on to semester 5 of Kolkata. We call out the name of the students who have enrolled their names with us. Aratti, Kostov, Ritobroto, Siddharth, Anubhav, Annapanji, Kostov, Madhusudan Priya, Meghna, Polomi, Pooja De, Raya Basu, Shaina Chakravarti, Saloni Patel, Sarmishta, Saikat Dev, Sheikh Umar, Subham Jaiswal, Tiyasha, and Trisha. So I call out the name. The first name is Aratik. Aratik, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Very good afternoon, Aratik.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Arachik Bose, a final year student of Institute of Advanced Management Kolkata campus. As today we are celebrating International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, which was started by the United Nations from 26 June 1989. I want to mainly focus on one of the main causes a person gets into a substance or drug abuse, which is depression. In India, the 80% drug abusers into drugs because of depression, as the Indian society never takes depression too seriously, and people who suffer from it are often laughed at, which pushes them more towards drug abuse. And Indian families don't see psychological treatments or medical counseling as a treatment for a normal person, but only for the people who are autistic. So I believe to stop drug abuse, depressions need to be killed among the people who are suffering from it. And they should be given space to open up and share what is going inside them. So killing depression would eventually kill drug abuse, which I think is the only way to get a anti-drug or a drug-free society in the future. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Aratik. Thank you. Over to Mr. Nandi.
Aratik, I'm impressed by your grooming.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely spot on. You always done that. Well said. You started off very well, but I wish you would have done a little more. Thank you. Can you tell a little about your poster? It was it's indicating your yeah. Is that a hanging noose or something? Yeah, the noose here.
It's a syringe which is where the needle is hanging a rope, a hang rope.
Yeah, that indicates what exactly? What do you want to say in this?
It indicates that the only result of drug abuse is death. There is no other way out of it.
Okay. Thank you, Aratik. Thank you so much.
What
Thank
to
you,
Ms.
sir.
Kankana?
No,
Ms.
sir.
Kankana. Okay,
Yeah, no. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we move on to the next participant, Mr. Kostov. Mr. Kostov?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, all yours. Kostov?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kostav Ghosh, a final year student, and my topic is say no to drugs and its illicit commemoration. And it's a particular topic, and I'd like to first show my poster.
Okay, I lost the audio.
Yeah.
I hope he is having some problem with his internet connection.
Should be.
Kostov, can you hear us? Kostov, I'm afraid to say that we cannot hear you, neither you can see your video as well.
We can come back with him if he has a proper connection later on, maybe.
Okay. Kostov, just hold on in case you can hear us. We'll give you an opportunity later on once the internet connection supports you. We move on to the next participant, Mr. Ritobroto. Mr. Ritobroto, are you there? Mr. Ritobroto, are you there? I hope he's not there. Siddharth Singh. Siddharth. Siddharth, are you there? Not sure. Anubhav Banerjee.
Siddharth is
Anubhav.
there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Anubhav.
Vishwat sir,
Please can
Siddharth
please.
is also there.
Okay.
He's
Siddharth, are
muted.
you there?
Siddharth,
Yes,
unmute
sir.
yourself. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Siddharth, can you hear
Can you
us?
hear me? Yes, sir, I
Yes.
can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please. Yes, yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead, Siddharth.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, one and all present here. My name is Siddharth Singh, a third-year student from Institute of Advanced Management, Kolkata, and today I would be speaking on World International Day on drug abuse and illegal trafficking. Before I start, I would like to show you my.
Siddharth, can you speak a little slowly, please?
Certainly, sir. Just give.
Is he saying anything, Anirban? Like,
Sir, actually,
Siddharth,
he
you're
is in
mute, I guess.
mute. Yes, sir. He
Siddharth,
is
you're
in mute.
muted yourself.
Sorry, sir, it was muted. I didn't recognize it. It went muted. Yes, sir. So some of the common types
You
of
can put
drugs
your
are
camera near to your
cannabis.
poster.
Yes, sir.
Siddharth,
Okay,
you
yeah.
can put
Sir.
your camera near to your poster. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now speak.
yeah,
Is it
this
fine?
is good. This is better.
Yes, sir. Some common type of drugs are cannabis, cocaine, LSD, magic mushrooms, heroin, solvent, tranquilizers, etc. Different drugs can have different effects. Some effects of drugs include health consequences which are long lasting, and it can even happen after a person has stopped taking it. Uh, Many alcohol addictions, I've seen many people with alcohol addictions also have a higher risk of unintentional injuries, accidents, and domestic violence. How it affects our body is that it weakens our immune system. Lung diseases, strokes, and brain damages are very common. Increases strains on liver, which puts the person at a risk of significant liver damage or liver failure. What I would like to conclude is uh, we should stop taking drugs, and in this occasion of International Day against drug abuse and illegal trafficking, IAM stands with the world. Oh, yes, sir, is it fine? Thank you, sir.
Okay, over to the judges if you want to ask something.
So, Siddharth, right?
Yes,
So, you have drawn a hand, right? So,
Yes,
is it's blood or what? Like you have drawn so much of red color, right?
yes, ma'am. The injection was filled with the blood when the person broke it.
Okay. Over to you, Tarun sir.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to our next participant.
Sir, excuse me, I was having a serious network issue at that moment as it's raining here. I'm sorry.
Okay. Vishal sir, we can finish off Kaustav's presentation then. We can't hear you, Vishal sir.
Sir, can we finish off Kostav? Kostav Bose, he's online.
We cannot hear you.
Yeah,
Kaustav, we can go ahead, sir. I think we can do his presentation.
yeah, let him do it.
Yes, Kaustav, you can start speaking. Unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kaustav Ghosh, a final year student from the Institute of Advanced Management. And today my topic is Say No to Drugs and its illicit commemoration. And this topic is very much relevant for nowadays because the UN, the United Nations, first started to celebrate this day during 1989, and after that, on each and every 4th July, on each and every year, we are celebrating the same. I'd like to show you my poster once, and here is the poster. There I have written "Say No to Drugs," and drawn a broken syringe, and here I have written "Break it for your own benefit." And my concept is to uh, hello, hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, go on.
Yes.
Yes.
And so my concept is to just to once when we actually the concept of is once you are addicted, there is very keen possibility that a person is coming back. And and the peddlers who are generally providing the drug, educational institutions and the other uh, and the educational institutions and the other sectors, they are generally using this particular thing as a virtue, and generally, according to a report by NIDA, or the National Institute of Drug Abuse USA, they are saying that around 21% of the entire population, they are getting affected by the drugs, whereas most of them are the youths. And what my friend Araksik was telling, it was very much relevant that one of the most and first and foremost reason of this drug abuse is the people are getting depressed, and there is no one to listen to them, especially the youths. And I guess the mental health should be, should be given more privileged. And uh, and there are many more ways that the person is going to be addicted on drugs. It can be via tranquilizer, it can be via sleeping pills, not only uh, based on heroines and all, and this things, LSDs and all. And a lot of NGOs are coming forward also, as in past we have also seen in India also, during Punjab, I guess at Punjab during 80s, the people, especially the students, they were getting much more affected in a large scale by 1980s, I guess so. And I guess this is the time when we should come forward, and we should break the particular rules, and this is for our own benefit. If uh, I know there are many more NGOs are coming forward, but it's our initiative that we should come forward and say no to drugs. This also, thank you.
Thank you, Kaustav.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Tarun sir,
Also,
anything
Kaustav, can you just show the poster once more? Kaustav? Kaustav, can you show the
Yes, sir.
poster once more?
Sure, sir. Sure. Sir, here is the poster. I have written say no to drugs and break it for your own benefit.
And what is the right image you have done here?
Sir,
Where are the
there I have done. It's a image of a broken syringe, and the concept
Okay.
is once break it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kaustav.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Kaustav. Over to Anubhav. Anubhav, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Anubhav?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
ahead.
First of all, I would like to turn around my camera towards the poster. So hope it is visible.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
it
see.
is.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Anubhav Banerjee. I'm the final year student of Kolkata campus. In this session, I will be talking about the International Day, as well as about my poster, which I have made. First of all, I would like to say a happy International Day against drug abuse and illicit trafficking to all our students, faculties, and people who are watching us live on Facebook around the world. As we know, this day is being observed on 26th of June. But why? To strengthen the global action, cooperation, to achieve the goal, to make the international society a drug-free, to raise the awareness, to raise the voice against the abuse. UNODC celebrate this day, and every year they come up with a new theme. But did we notice that what is the number that is rising up every year? I think no. 269 millions of people are now using drugs, and which is seem to be 30% more that has came around in 10 years. So this year, as UNODC has made this theme better knowledge for better care. If we go around in the past 2 years, in 2018, we have heard to listen to the students. And in 2019, the theme was justice for health. And if we club around all these topics, which I like to show in my poster, if you can see a hand which is raising and breaking the chains of all the drugs, this is the hand of the youth. The main principle of drawing this is to protect the youth, to promote the welfare to humankind, to understand the youth, the world of drug, the problems created by that, and how in turn better knowledge can foster greater international cooperation for counteracting its impact on health, governance, and security. I have mentioned in my poster, you break, you win, because it's us only that is in our hand to break and win, because we can only tackle the problem and stop the cultivation of the drug around the world from this moment, from this second. So I would like to say that the more we learn, the more we can see the world. So I would request all such youth who is around the world listening to us. So please do ask the question before inhaling and injecting yourself, that is it very necessary to inject or is it very necessary to inhale? Ask the question why. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anubhav. Thank you. Over to Mr. Nandi.
Thank you. Anubhav, a good poster you have done.
Thank you, sir.
How would you, go and reach the adolescent, the youth, the adolescent? How would you reach to convey this message? Because that's where all these drugs starts. The current
Yes,
youth,
sir.
the adolescent.
Yes, sir. So first of all, to the answer of your question, I would like to say that it starts with us only. Because if we are anyhow infected or gets indulged into the society of drugs, then we have to get free first. And then we can move on to any other person, suggesting them or listening to the person, the pain that they are going through. And that's how we can make other person aware of this matter. And more the education comes, I will also request every such faculties to spread this awareness around the students in the very first day from our life.
Thank you, Anubhav. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Kankana,
No,
do you have any
sir.
questions to Anubhav?
No questions. Anubhav, very well spoken.
Thank you, ma'am. My pleasure.
Thank you, Anubhav. Thank you. We move on to the next participant, Mr. Annappaji. Mr. Annap, are you there? Mr. Annav. I hope he is not there. We go to the next participant, Madhusudan Priya. Madhusudan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Very good afternoon, Madhusudan. All yours, Madhusudan.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, faculty, respected faculty present here. Good afternoon, my fellow batchmates, my junior. And today we are celebrating this drug abuse, International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, which was on 26th June. And today we are celebrating it. And people can observe more such days like this, and people can write many things, and they can held more and more webinars about this, but nothing seems to be effective. And why we are saying that we should do something like poster, because poster includes art, and art connects to human mind very quickly. Like we can lecture about something to someone, but they might not understand it, but through art, through music, this kind of things affect people very quickly. So I think I have tried to show like what I mean through this. I hope it is visible to everyone. It's quite
Yes.
a little bit incomplete
Yes, it
here
is.
and there because I didn't got that much time. And through this picture, what I'm trying to show is this is the hand of someone who is addicted, intoxicated through all kind of addicting things. These are some pills, these are some tobacco, and some alcohol, there's some cannabis, there's some schedule H drug which cannot be taken without prescription, and this is the result that he is intoxicated and his hand is blue, and some blood is going on here and there from his hand. And this is the hand, which is the hand of the people who wants to help this intoxicated people, the hand of the people who care for this kind of people. And this hand is so healthy. There are flowers everywhere. The color has gotten lighter, which shows the youthfulness and how healthy this side is. And this side is all dark and grayish, which shows that this side is not that good. So, and this is a chain that the society, I don't know it is a mirror image coming or not. I will say what it is written here. Everybody is doing it. This is chain said. Everybody is doing it. And this side is said, just try it once. So there's a kind of word, there's a kind of sentence that we get to listen to every day from our friends and all. Everybody is doing it. Just try it once. Nothing will happen. This is the starting. This is the main starting where people start to have drugs, and day by day have it again. And through this, every time he's taking it through this, this chain, he cannot break this chain then, and he's being addicted, and he's being this addicted. And when he's breaking this chain, when he's seeking out for help, then there are people who cared for them, and they are reaching out their hand for help. This is the main message in this picture that I want to show here.
Thank you, Miss Priya. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Miss Priya.
Yes, thanks, sir.
Over to Tarun sir. Tarun sir, any queries from your
Yeah,
questions?
Madhusudan, I mean, that's a beautiful poster that you have done, and you described it
So thank you
brilliantly.
so much.
The color combination that you brought out, was, is absolutely spot on. Like, this blue with the white, and the way you explained it, I was wondering what was the flower doing there, and then after that you explained. It's so very well done. It's very well done.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
So, any questions, sir,
No, I don't have.
about this? Or
I like your poster a lot.
thank you so much, sir.
Miss Kankana, any questions from your end, Miss Kankana?
No questions, but your poster was very beautiful. Very nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Madhusudan.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Priya. We move on to the next participant, Miss Meghna Gurung. Miss Meghna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Meghna.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Meghna Guru, third year students of IAM Kolkata. So I would like to show my poster. So here, firstly, I would like to talk about the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking 2020. It is also known as World Drugs Day. The decision to mark International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking was taken on 7th December 1987. So, by the United Nations General Assembly. And the theme for 2020 is Better Knowledge for Better Care, which focus on the need to improve the knowledge, understanding about the world drug problems, and how better knowledge will help in increasing international with the increasing impact on health, governance, and security. So am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay, sir. My picture, it's which is it's written to World Drugs Day. Here, this is the heart, and this is our hand. The fingers indicate the cigarettes, and the cigarette over here, it's shown our finger, which, as you can see, that people have been smoking for so long, and that it has taken their life. This cut of fingers shows the cigarette. So uh, uh, later on in life, it takes as we smoke, and it degrades our life. So I want to tell this that it takes our life. So I have written here: people fade away with the smokes of the cigarettes. So say no to drugs. And here, another poster says that drug is not an option; it's a choice. Our youth is deeply influenced by what we see around. Most of them use drug to escape from the reality they face in their daily life. Drug is on their escape. Therefore, when we see around us like the drugs addict people, so don't criticize them. Instead, rather try to help them or talk to them. And another reasons to say no to drugs. Drugs and alcohol mess our mind. Drugs and alcohol mess our body too. Drugs and alcohol are a waste of money. Drugs and alcohol can kill us. They increase crime in our neighborhood. If you get caught with them, you'll go to jail. Drugs and alcohol users do poorly in education. So, sir, I would like to say conclude by saying when you can stop, you don't want to, and when you can't to stop, and when you want to stop, you can't. That's addiction. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Meghna. Thank you. Tarun
Thank you,
sir. Tarun sir, any questions?
No question, sir.
Okay, thank you. Miss Kankana?
No questions, sir.
Okay. Thank you,
Meghna.
thank you, Meghna.
Thank you,
We
sir.
move on to the next participant, Miss Paulomi. Miss Paulomi, who are you there? Miss Paulomi? Not there. Pooja De? Pooja De is there? Not there. Move on to the next one. Next participant, Raya.
Yes, sir.
Very good afternoon, Raya.
Good
And
afternoon, sir.
how can you miss a event? And without you, a event cannot be a successful one. Over to you, Raya. Thank you.
Sir, it's my pleasure.
Thank you, Raya.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. But firstly, I would like to talk about how this comes about. As in, I have made a poster here, so I would like to show it to you. I didn't get much time to create a big poster, but I think this reflects basically what the what this day is all about. I hope you can see the poster.
Yes, we can.
So it basically depicts that in the middle there is a syringe that is is there in the middle, and then there are some medicines and drugs that are involved, which we should say no to, as well as there are liquor bottles down here, which also have a red cross across them, so that we should stop the trade of liquor, illegal liquor in the world, all over the world. So this is my poster. I tried to use a lot of colors to show that even in a world full of chaos, we need to know what is important, and that is life. Life itself is important, and life is full of color. It doesn't have to be black and white, even though life, there are a lot of shades of gray involved in life, and drug abuse, and it makes us feel as if it's the end of the world. It makes us, why do people have these not good enough, or they feel inferior, or they just want to have 1 second of peace? But that peace does not come from drugs, and we need to understand that. And more than that, we need to help these people realize that it does not come from taking drugs or smoking or drinking. It comes from understanding human beings and understanding what and where, how the human mind works. And basically, I want to say that uh, I personally have faced a very tough time in the past 3 years, because I have dealt with this anxiety and mental issues, and I know what it feels like to have those chemicals within your body going, and all those cravings that come about. And I normally don't talk about it, but I genuinely feel that having that one person to talk to is more important than having all those 1,000 people asking you how you are. And it is addictive, I'll admit. And drugs, they cause a lot of harm, but more than that, we to stop this addiction or this illegal use, we should find the root cause rather than try. Because I always thought that I someday would like to be a motivational speaker, so that I can talk about my experience and what I've learned in the past 3 years of my life. But what I've learned is that drugs calm you, but they're they're like not right, because they they're they basically are medicines that can affect the natural system of the body, that is the natural rhythm of the body. So all I would like to say is that wherever people, they go through depression, they go through anxiety, they go through a lot of things, you are allowed to talk about it. And as long as you can talk about it, there is a way out. So I do believe that there is a way out of this drug addiction and illicit trafficking. And that is all. I hope that these people who do go through these hard mental problems. They are few of the strongest. I'm really grateful to know some of these people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Raya.
Raya.
Thank you. Thank you, Raya. We move on to the next participant. Yes, yes, please. Yes, sir. Tarun, sir, please.
Question. Your poster is always very colorful. You mixed up alcohol with drugs. Alcohol is a total different thing. What we were today, the day that we are trying to do is that we are trying to create awareness
Yes.
what drugs
Yes,
is.
sir.
Now, when we talk of drugs of this day, we are talking of cocaine, opium, and all
Yes, sir.
this.
That is also involved. But
Yeah, because you
actually,
spend most of your speech, of your talks, on drugs made by the pharmaceutical and the side effects on depressions and etc. That's a different topic. I think you got a little mixed up between the two. And that's what I felt.
Thank you, Tarun, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind explanation. Okay, we move on to the
Thank
next
you, sir.
participant. We move on to the next participant, Saloni Patel. Saloni, are you there? Saloni, not there. Shayanna Chakravarti, Shayanna, not there. Saikat Dev, Saikat Dev.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes, Saikat, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good morning, teachers and my dear
Good
friends.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teachers, my dear friends and my neighborhood Guwahati. Sir, I have a request that can I show my camera back towards my poster because I feel some uncomfortable, sir, to hang with that poster because
Go ahead. Go ahead. All yours.
You can do that. You can do that.
Wait, sir. So can you see that?
Not yet.
It is okay, sir. Are you
Nothing's
watching?
visible, Saikat. Saikat, we can't see anything.
Oh, wait. So it is visible.
Not yet. Not yet, Saikat. I hope you have some internet connectivity problem.
Wait, sir.
We can move forward with the next participant. In the meanwhile, he
I
can
hope
fix up
so.
his
I
thing
hope
and
so.
can come back.
Yes. So, Saikat, we move on to the next participant. Sheikh Umar Sultan. Sheikh Umar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Umar. All yours. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sheikh Umar Sultan, a third-year student of Institute of Advanced Management, Kolkata. On this occasion of International Day Against Drug Abuse, I would like to take this opportunity to talk about a very specific topic which I have personally experienced. So I have made this poster, if you can see. It's written Drug-Free India. So the message is to promote drug-free fitness and sports. And if you can see this guy, he is injecting a lot of drugs, and on his t-shirts, it's written the dark side of fitness. And I have made this cap transparent, so it says that he is not in control of his brain. Meanwhile, he's controlled by the drugs. So according to a research by Himalayan Stallion, approximately one out of every five gym goers, they are taking illicit drugs, and 90% of them are youngsters. So we have seen in recent years the trend of fitness has become very popular amongst the youth. We all have a goal. We all have different goals and a picture perfect physique that I want to achieve. that we want to achieve, and the entire process is very slow and long. So what exactly is happening wrong when these youngsters are going to the gym with so much of passion? There are some trainers and dealers who are influencing them to use these drugs so that the process becomes 10 times more faster and they get overnight results. So here we have to be responsible. Before we put anything inside our body, we have to do our own research to find out what exactly it is. And these dealers are being able to manipulate the use only because they do not have enough knowledge. And I believe the awareness is very much important. They present these drugs just like a supplement. For an example, a multivitamin capsule looks very similar with one of these illicit drugs. So by looking at it, we don't even realize how dangerous it can be. So it's very important that we have the total understanding. We know what is the difference between a supplement and these drugs. A supplement is an add-on to your diet. If you cannot fulfill your macro or micronutrient requirements with your regular diet, so you introduce a supplement which are made from natural sources. But these drugs are not natural. These drugs, which are very popular, like Dynabol, stenozolone, Winstrol, these are lab-made synthetic testosterone, which has hundreds of side effects, and eventually it can kill you. I have seen my own friends getting into this, and even after knowing all these facts, there are people who still decides to go for it by thinking I'll just try it once, and once I'll achieve my goals, I'll leave it. But that's exactly not how it works. Once you stop the cycle, you will lose all your gains. So to maintain that physique, the cycle has to go on, and every time the doses will increase. So it's a trap. Once we get into this, there's no coming back. So I would like to conclude by saying, when it comes to fitness, our goal should be to become fit, not just to look fit. And usage of this illicit drugs should never be an option. And it is our responsibility that we educate ourselves and spread the awareness as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheikh. Thank you.
Thank you, Umar. Thank you. Ms. Kankana, any questions from your end?
Yes, Umar, I want to see your poster once again.
Yes, ma'am. Here it is.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Umar.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we move on to the next participant, Subham Jaiswal. Subham, are you there? Subham Jaiswal. Not there. Tiasha is also not there. Trisha is also not there, I hope. Trisha Datta. Trisha? It's not there.
Not there, not there.
Okay,
Saikat,
okay.
I think, has come back because
Saikat Dev, can you hear us? Saikat?
Yes, yes, sir. I'm.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. My dear friends and Guwahati, my neighborhood. Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Sir, can I show my poster to you?
Yes, yes. Sure, please.
Yes. Sir, are you watching, sir?
You can't see the poster now.
Sir, you can see.
The poster is not visible. Anyway, Saikat, you can go ahead, speak onto the topic which you have been told or which you want to discuss, going through the poster. We cannot see the poster. You go ahead.
Now we can see.
Yeah, we can now. We can see your poster now. Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, are you seeing the poster?
Yes, yes, we
Yeah,
can
we
see
can
now.
now. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, sir, our college is arranging late, but instead of late, today's all we know that International Drug Abuse Day, which is on 26th of June, but our college is committing the late. But our college is going to aware the youth for the drug abuse, that it is harmful, how much it is harmful. As we all know that the word drug is The word drug is produced on 18th of century, as there is a Austrian psychoanalyst person whose name is Stigmund Freud, who used the drug himself on the 1884. Then he broadly came to cocaine, and he tell that the cocaine is a very good use for our health and toxic for depression person. But I don't think so it is for good for depression. But he wrote an article about on the article. The name of this article is Uber Coca. Coca refers to the cocaine, and he also declared that cocaine is calling a magical substance. I don't think so it is magical or what. But in India, most of the world we have seen, in India, large number of people in Punjab or youth in Punjab are there used drugs very much in quantity. The Punjabis are used drugs very much in quantities, as we have seen in Uttar Punjab movie also. The youth is going so bad in nowadays, but we have to help them and stop them, but we can't do anything because every time we used to motivate them, but they used to hear and they forget even also. Some people says the drug is useful for depression or relaxation. I don't think so it is for good. Drugs, if we take drugs, it have disadvantages, like you will be get lean day by day, or you sometimes we can also see that whoever taking drugs, they are going very much psychopathic person. Sometimes, as sir example, that my brother, I don't mention my brother, but there is my brother, my uncle's son, who is drug addict. Okay, and now he is in rehab. He used to kill her mom for the drug because no one is giving him money for that. He used to kill one day his mom, and we got shocked about that. Then my uncle decided to send him to the rehab, but it not work, sir. Actually, yes, it is not work. After he came back from rehab, 2 or 3 days, he's okay. But at the fourth day, again he's taking the drugs. Again we send him to the rehab. Again he used to come. Again he used to take. So it is up to us, sir. Only if we train ourselves, then no, stop taking drugs now. We are okay. This is not good. It is up to us, sir. This is not for anyone kindness or suggestions or advice. It is up to us, sir. It is a type of medicine. The word drug is known as, sir, medicines. The word medicine, people used to, so like sleeping pills, sir. People used to take sleeping pills for tensions. Like our mom used to take sleeping pills for tension, depression. But if we youth are taking sleeping pills, what is our age, sir? We have a young age and now we are healthy and wealthy. We are good. So why we take the sleeping pills, sir? On that day, on the 26th June, the world came to know that every year we observed all over the world to create awareness about the disadvantages of drugs and caution people about drug abuse. Say no to drugs and reach every corner of the world, like our college Institute of Advanced Management are organizing today with publicity campaigning through mass media all over the world. Thank you, sir. And you can see, sir, in my poster, yeah, there is a boy and girl who loves each other, but somehow I think the girl is cheated to him. He's taking the alcohol, but he's not satisfied having alcohol. Then the girl actually broke up with him. Then he uses the drugs, taking drugs day by day. After that, he got died. What he died? It is written, I am not addicted to drugs. I am addicted to escape reality 2020. And there is written as a motto, help kids not feel alone and stop committing suicide. Drugs is poisonous. So that's it, sir. Thank you.
Well thought of, Saikar. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's the end of semester 5 from Kolkata. We move on to the participants from Guwahati. I call out the names from Guwahati semester 5. Dibbojyoti, Casper, Dipankar, Manglai, Prince, Sagar, Sagarika, Chelisisa, Tejender, and Viku. So, Dibbojyoti, are you there? Dibbojyoti, are you there? Can you hear us? I hope he is not there. Casper? He's also not there. Dipankar. Dipankar. Manglai. Prince. Sagar.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Are you there? Okay. Good afternoon, Sagar. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I would like to show the picture first, the poster. This is a picture I made, and here it shows you that say no to drugs. Okay, these are some capsule pictures that I have drew, and some injections. And I wanted to do a 3D wall picture, but I'm not so very good at drawing. So I decided to get some legal drugs. So this is a legal drug from pharmaceutical company, and these are all the injections and the illegal drugs that we get, and which I cannot bring because it's illegal, obviously. So good afternoon to one and all present, my fellow batchmates and the batchmates from Kolkata and every dear teachers. My name is Sagar Bhuya and I'm from IAM Guwahati, and currently I'm pursuing my third year from IAM Guwahati itself. Today on this day, I have been given this opportunity to speak on the drug abuse day that is celebrated every year on 26th June, as everybody has said. So I will just go into the topic, that is drug addiction, also known as substance, as everyone has said. And uh, use disorder refers to the dangerous and excessive intake of legal and illegal drugs. When I say legal drugs, as I have given you a picture of this medicine, it's a legal drug that we get in the pharmaceutical companies, but only we are allowed to take it through prescribe through prescriptions via the practitionary doctors. And the illegal drugs are the white sugars, which is weed, and a lot of other dopes and painkillers, heroin, cocaine. So all these are illegal drugs. Drugs like this help the person to feel good about themselves and induce dopamine. Use dopamine, or the happiness hormone, to say. As they continue to use the drug, the brain starts to increase dopamine levels, and the person demands more. That's why it's a crave thing that the person goes for it too much. That's why they cannot resist themselves from being away of it. And moving on to the further, a person who is addicted cannot resist, as I said, using them and enable to function correctly without ingesting them. It causes damage to the brain as well, and their personal and professional lives are also affected. It affects the mental peace, it affects the mental cognition. They're unable to make proper decisions. They tend to engage in reckless activities, for example, stealing. That's why we see the young kids and the adolescent age, they steal money from their home and they buy it. So all these are an effect of this drug addiction. They can go from feeling happy to feeling sad quickly. This is obviously because of the mood swing, because often we see that people goes into it for two reasons. One reason is the frustration and the sadness that they have, and they want to find an escape. Or else, when we are in the adolescent age, we want to try a lot of new things. That happens with us. We always want to try new things. We want to try new lifestyle. We want to try everything. That's what the adolescent age is all about. And till we get onto the life of adulthood, we realize, or we may not realize, because the adolescent drug abuse can get over us so very badly that we may never get into that phase where we realize that it's not right. So it's fatigue, and it includes nausea as well. So a lot of things happens in drug addiction, as everyone has already said. But I shall enlighten a bit more on why this happens, and what happens. As I've already said, adolescence and the transition to adulthood are times characterized by independence from parents. For example, students, when they go to a different place to study, they stay alone, so they have the independency of doing whatever they want to do, but not knowing that doing whatever you want to do has to be thought well, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. So this age ranges is also characterized by the experimenting new ideas, lifestyle, as I've already mentioned, and making choices that may not always prove to be right. The excessive use of such substances leads to substances abuse, substances abuse has many negative psychological and psychological health effects. So this is what is all drug addiction is all about. Now I want to say, we human beings, I have seen in my life that we discriminate the people who are into drugs. For example, I have seen my friends saying that, I'm sorry for the vernacular language that I will use, but I shall use this because I've heard this from my ears that, ये तो भांग फूकता है, ये तो drugs लेता है, इसके life में कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Yes, true. He may be a failure in the life because of this drug addiction, but who we are, if we are seeing the person who is having a problem, I think we should lend the help. We should lend a hand for the help because we are sober, right? We are sober. And I think the world is all about preaching love. So if you preach love, if you help the person, if you lend your help, if you lend your hand to the person, who knows that the person may take your help, who knows that the person may need help, because a depressed person will not come to you running saying that I'm depressed, help me, I want to be helped. So we are the people who are sober, and we are the ones who has to help the people. Okay, rehabs, as the fellow contestants have said, rehabs, counselings are nothing unless and until we don't want to be good, we don't want to get sober. So I want to just say at last that it's good that we are making an awareness of it, but it's also very important that we don't discriminate them, because if we discriminate them, I think we are more worse than them. So that's all what I want to say. Thank you, and have a very great evening ahead and afternoon as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sagar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sagar. Thank you very much, Sagar.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sagar. Well expressed.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Very well expressed.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Ms. Kankana, any questions from your end?
No questions, Sagar. Very well said.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
The point I like most was the way you described how, drugs people should not be discriminated. They should be taught, and, this point I really appreciate. Well done. Very well done, Sagar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope this reached to everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sagar.
Any other candidate, any other participants from Guwahati, semester 5? I feel nobody else is there. I feel so. I call out the names once again. Sagarika, Tijender, Viku, are you people there? No, it's not there. So we come to the end of the session of the event today. Anybody, anything from your end?
Nothing from my end. The only thing I like to say again, like all the posters that came our way were wonderful and it was full of information, many new things we got to know. There's some points which we never want to touch as individuals, that listening is very important. People need to listen to people who are under influence of drugs and pull it out of them. And then also illicit trafficking of illegal drugs. All these important points were very properly and very nicely covered by our students. So I'm sure we'll leave it to the judges now, and I think we'll take a couple of days or 3 days to announce our results. And till that time, we'll all have to stay safe, stay away from drugs, very importantly, as we were commemorating the International Day against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. And as I always say at the end of our show every Saturday, that we will come back next Saturday with some more exciting events. And till that time, I think we are all free to go and enjoy our weekend.
Yes,
If Tarun sir wants to say something, Tarun sir and Kankana ma'am, before we sign off.
Yeah, on the lines of you, Anirban, you rightly pointed out, it's a brilliant show by all the students from Guwahati, Calcutta. Your energy level, your thoughts, your feelings, extremely well expressed. Posters were brilliant. Each one of you shared your thoughts, your minds on paintings. And it's a very touchy, it's a very troublesome topic all over the world. And, we must, on our end, do our best to, reach out to the innocent drug affected people, and especially the small children who become drug traffickers and the peddlers. We should try to do something. Thank you so much, every one of you.
Thank you, Tarun sir. Thank you. Ms. Kankana, you want to say something to all the participants?
Actually, the way you guys have spoken, it was very good, no doubt, but also try to apply it in your own life, as well as try to help others whenever you see people around you, as Sagar explained it very well. So that's all. It's very inspiring today. It was very inspiring session. Thank you, everyone.
Sagar came as a showstopper, correct?
Yes.
I mean, his English was brilliant, to be serious.
Very good, very good. Well expressed.
Very well
The way he
expressed.
explained it was
Thank
very
you, sir.
realistic, actually.
Okay. So to all the participants to be declared in our next event that is going to be scheduled next Saturday. Till then, goodbye. Enjoy your weekend. As Anirban sir has told you, your ex-group tutor to all the students of Kolkata. He was an
Yeah.
ex-group tutor. So enjoy your Saturday along with Sunday. See you again on Monday with your virtual classes, and again meet you on next Saturday with a new event. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have
you,
a nice
Mr.
weekend,
Sir.
everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.